I'm here with Mary Lou Brock, who is the manager of the Main Street Program here in Lebanon, Marion County. Good morning, Mary Lou.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm doing really good. We've got a lot going on here in Marion County, but for the Main Street Program, let's talk a little history first before we start telling about the events that are coming up.
Okay. The Main Street Program started back in 1992. They joined the Kentucky Main Street Program, and it's been going strong ever since. We're no longer associated with the Kentucky Main Street Program, only because with their structure, we were kind of limited on some of the things that we could do, or some of the things that we had to do in order to stay within their program. So it was decided that we would venture out on our own and do the things that we thought needed to be done in our small town.
That makes sense. Now, you as the manager, what is your job?
Okay. So I went on the internet and looked it up, what the Main Street manager is supposed to do. It's a professional who helps small cities and towns maintain and improve their main street, typically through a government program or public-private partnership. Objectives may include economic, preservation, restoration, marketing, and relations between business, consumers, and the government.
Okay, so those are pretty lofty goals there.
Yeah, they are.
Yes. Tell us a little bit about the committee that you had.
Okay, our committee, we've had several over the years, as you can imagine. But right now, Harry Van Wy is our chairman. We have Denise Thomas, Dale Royce, John Thomas, George Magana, Isabel Dooley, Nicole Thompson, Bonnie Luckett, Nina Oliver, and Greg Gribbins. And how we chose those particular people, one of them represents the chamber, one represents the Center Square Committee, one represents the city. We have a couple of building owners. We have a couple of business owners. And that's how we choose who our committee members are, because they're the ones that have the interest in what goes on in the downtown area.
All right. Now I know that you do a lot of different things during the year, things that people probably don't know that the Main Street Committee was behind. Tell us some of those.
Okay. All right. So we did a Factory Friday. That was back in the spring of last year, whereas anyone that worked at one of our industries could bring in their ID cards, ID badges, and show them, make a purchase, and they got 20% off of their purchase. So that turned out really well. So then we tried, when school started, we tried a school employee day. So the same thing, you bring in your ID badge and you got 20% off of your purchase, which worked out good for the kids that had to go back to school. They could get some of the discount on their purchases. We did our Pig Out on Proctor Knot, which was very successful. And that was along with Ham Days. The chamber had come to us and asked us if we could do something for that Thursday night before Ham Days. So we came up with the idea of doing a Pig Out on Proctor Knot. We had a barbecue and live music, and it turned out really, really well. It was very, very successful.
And do you think you'll do it again this year?
I think we will, yeah. We haven't made any definite plans yet, but I'm sure we will. We do a Christmas open house, which is a very successful event. Downtown's usually full, so of course we'll do that again. And then we do our Shop Small Saturday and our Dickens Christmas. Now those are the things we've done in the past.
Now that Dickens Christmas is really big.
Well, it has been. Last year our parade was not as successful as we had hoped. We're hoping this year that we can get some more people to build floats or anything to be an entry into our parade, to make it a little bit more festive.
Okay. And I know there are prizes for the parade too, aren't there?
There is. That's why I cannot figure out why people won't, especially clubs and organizations and, Girl Scouts, Boy Scouts. We give $300 for first place in the floats. And then we also give out $75 to help with your expenses on your float.
Wow.
So, I mean,
It's kind of a win-win, isn't it?
It is. That's the reason I can't figure out why more people don't participate. But hopefully we can get some more participation this year. And we had a painting class that turned out really well. Now, it was run through the Main Street program, but we actually donated the funds from that painting class to the Marion County Arts and Humanities Council. And they used it as scholarship money for their summer program for some of the children that weren't able to pay the price to attend that workshop. So several kids got to attend that would not have been able to. So that was really good.
So what do you see, what are some things you see in the future here for our Main Street program?
Well, we had a meeting with our mayor. And, of course, we always set goals every year, and we always have a whole list. And he suggested that we do 2 goals for this year, which is reasonable. So one of the goals was to update our street signs. We have the regular, everyday, run-of-the-mill green and white road signs, street signs. So we're going to do something a little different and kind of keep in theme with our historic downtown and do some kind of historic, antique-looking street signs. So the tourism had worked on that a few years back. So we're just going to kind of go along with what they found out and try to get these signs put in sometime this year. And then the other goal that he wanted us to work on, was to do some more promotions for our retailers. We don't have very many downtown, but we want to help them stay in business and keep their business open. So we'll come up with something to get some promotions out for them. And if anyone out there has any ideas on some new things to do, give us a call. Or come by and see us, and we'll talk it over, and we'll work it out and we need some new ideas. So.
Okay, now how can you be reached?
You can reach me at 270-692-6002, or you can email me at mlbrock@marioncountyky.com. And Lebanon Main Street has a Facebook page, so you can go on there and you can contact me through that Facebook page.
I forgot to ask you how often you guys meet.
We meet once a month. We've kind of changed our schedule. It's going to be the 4th Tuesday of each month at noon.
Okay. So if you have ideas out there, new, exciting, wonderful,
anything. We'll take anything.
Any great ideas, you can get in contact with Mary Lou Brock, who's the manager of our local Main Street program here in Marion County in Lebanon. And give us that telephone number again.
270-692-6002.
This has been Yvonne McNary for Central Kentucky Television.